Hello everyone, my name is Red.
Yes, this was supposed to be uploaded on the 21st of March, but I went to go see Hobie and he wrecked me into just being and doing nothing for about 2 weeks. So now is when you're gonna get this video and maybe the next video and then maybe the flip through. We don't know. Ask Hobie.
I am back with a fairly long video. This is going to be Tae's binder setup.
지켜봐 주세요. 기다려.
I don't know what to call these. Update, I guess. I've never done an update for Tae so far. I meant to do it for his birthday and then just life happened. So I'm going to be posting this I think on March 21st. This is a friend's anniversary video. It was supposed to go up on March 15th, but I think I talked about it hopefully in the previous video I posted. HYYH like Run Japan release was also on that day, and you know, I had to prioritize one and I prioritized OT7 and also HYYH because, you know, it's me. Anyway, let's get started and I'll talk through the rest of it. Okay, to start with, I have some HYYH epilogue PCs, and yeah, as I was saying earlier, I think this is like the last setup video I have, and I meant to do the video back in December, but I don't know, sometimes, you know, I have a lot of great intentions to do something and then it just doesn't happen because either, like, you know, something else ends up happening, I don't feel well, or I just get too busy. And you know, sometimes it's just I plain cannot bring myself to do it mentally, which I am so glad. This is technically my last like BTS like video filming before the fiscal year end flip through. I am so glad. It's a lot to upload weekly, and my manager M has declared that I will no longer do any weekly videos for a while after this this saga is complete, basically. Really quickly, obviously the two horizontal ones go on either side to balance out. These three, I feel like he's being a little you know, sexy and extra and himself, so had to go here. I really like it. Maybe I'll swap these two because I really like this PC. So maybe we should start with that one. And then yeah, the vertical ones at the top and bottom. There we go. But yeah, M said no more weekly videos. She is a terrible K-pop manager. Like, how am I meant to create shareholder value if, you know, she doesn't work me to the bone? But apparently I'm not allowed to, so, you know, I guess we will listen to her. But yeah, sorry, this is confusing because there's only one vertical PC. Who does that? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna move. I do have questions for today, by the way. I haven't even thought about answering those just because there's a lot going on over here. What did I do for the rest? Did I have any full sets? Oh, I guess I did 4 and 4. Let's do that then. He's gonna go, I'm gonna follow the formula I did for Hobie. Or maybe I should, the one vertical one. We'll go here. Yeah, so I'll film this one. I have already filmed the other couple that I needed to film. One of those must have gone up last week. The Japan album PCs one, and then I have one more that'll go up next week. And then a week's break in BTS videos. I will be uploading an EXO one. And then the binder flip through. Very exciting. But after that, I take a couple weeks of break. Because I really, really need it. I don't want to... This is a hobby. I need to keep reminding myself this is a hobby. I should not be burning out. So, not that I am right now. I'm still enjoying the process, but I can just... It's a lot to keep up with it, with my work and everything ongoing. So, there will be a lot of PCs today just because I have, like I said, I've never done a video for Tae specifically. So, bear with me. I have already pre-set up the pages like I have been doing, so hopefully it will be quick and I can complete it before the sun sets. Okay, all right, I guess we'll get started with the first question. This one is from Brit, and she said it's a rhetorical question, but you know how it goes. If you put that question in my ask box, I am going to mention it. And her question is, how is he so beautiful? In brackets, rhetorical question. Well, I don't know. I would have to ask his parents this question. You know that like Twitter meme of his parents must high five every time they see his face? I have no doubts that Tae's parents do. Because I don't even, like, there's a funny story. I had to get some prints for his binder update, which you'll see in a little bit, and I had sent images of him to FedEx to get them printed. And when I went to pick it up, the person there was like, is this like, they were showing me the prints before I picked them up, just, you know, just to make sure everything was there. And the guy asked me like, is this a friend? And I was like, I wish. No, it's a singer. It's an artist. And he's like, yeah, I was thinking that's one good looking man. And I'm like, yep, hard agree. So, you know, acknowledged by everyone that sees him, that that face is magnificent. So why, I don't know, but I guess God created men and then sent this face as an apology, I suppose. I'm sorry. Anyway, next question. This is from M. Predictions for Cypher 5, or Cypher V as I like to call it. I have no prediction except if it doesn't happen when they come back, I think he might murder the rap line in their sleep. One of my favorite Tae clips is still the one where Namjoon forgot his name when he was mentioning ciphers, and
그러니까
거기에 다 색다른 모습.
올라운드잖아요. 연기.
아 맞다, 비도 껴야겠다.
점프 있잖아.
아, 비 껴야지.
the absolute like death glare he was giving him from the back. So they better get to it if they know what's best for them. I think he's gonna, I don't know, I feel like he's very serious. Oh my god, what happened to my voice there? I feel like he's very serious when it comes to the cipher. Like, I don't think he's going to mess around with it. I think the rap line is going to, I don't know, maybe they'll do it for like Festa or something, but I feel like the rap line will be like, oh, it'll be, you know, nice and cute if we do it, and then Tae's going to like let's get down to business. You know, so that'll be very interesting. It's obviously going to be a diss song because I've heard the skits that he's done before, and he's going to try for a diss track, so that'll be interesting. And then next up, a jazz song I would like to hear him cover. I love the fact that you think I know any jazz songs. I do not. I honestly don't know. I think I would like maybe that one song that Lady Gaga performed at the Grammys where he went up and, you know, talked to her after. I would like to see him cover something with her. That would be funny. Funny? No. That'd be nice. Cover or a song with her, that would be really, really nice. I feel like the latest songs that she's done have been much more my style. Not that I, you know, her classics aren't amazing. I mean, Born This Way used to be my jam when I was in college, but Bad Romance. But I do enjoy her softer songs, so maybe they can collaborate together. Next up, best offstage fashion. Ooh, for Tae, I feel like I don't know if I would ever categorize any of his looks as off stage. Like, he dresses like he's going to be cast in, not even cast, he dresses like he's going to be pulled into a shooting for a historical drama at any given point of time. And I love that about him. Ooh. I'll insert a couple of images after the fact. I feel like it has to be, like, he had a couple of airport looks that I really enjoy, but he does dress like he works for, oh, what's her name? For, Miranda in Devil Wears Prada. So... But no, I'll probably just insert a couple of clips here, or images here, that I enjoy. I'm done with this binder, so let me bring the next one. Okay, I am back. The next series of questions are all from Best Hair. Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, obviously Magic Shop. A bunch of these are going to be Magic Shop. Muster, Fifth Muster, Pied Piper, Busan, I want to say? The one where he's wearing the blue shirt. Just stunning. I love his, like, slightly wavy, I guess, perm hair. And I loved his styling for his Photofolio. Just amazing. And let's see. I feel like he has some, like, really good unintentional, potentially, hair in their earlier days, when they're on stage and, you know, he's just basically sweated through all of the hair gel. I do personally have some favorites for those, but it's hard to, like, pick right now, because I'm like, all I can think of is the Fifth Muster one. I mean, I am me, so that's not surprising. I just think there might be things that change about me in the future. You know, I might stop enjoying a kind of food that I'm obsessed with. I might stop listening to one or two things that I listened to today. Like, there might be other changes that happen, but HYYH and Fifth Muster, the only consistent things in my life. I will always, always, always simp for them. So, I mean, this is really good hair on him too. Like, PTD was great styling wise for him. I just think he really owned it. Black Swan, great hair for PTD Seoul and also like the other concerts. Your next question was like best outfit. Black Swan, the Photofolio stuff, and Fifth Muster. I feel like I've already sort of kind of answered this. If I think of any others, I will put some pictures up now. Makeup. I think Tae is one of those people that like looks really good sans makeup. He has a great like presence, and even without makeup it just comes across so well. Best rings. I do really like the fact that he's a Cartier ambassador. I just think it suits him really well. He had this one like tiger ring that they put him in for an ad, and I think that's stunning. Outside of it, I'm trying to think of like any specific moments where I've enjoyed his like jewelry a lot. I don't know, I feel like jewelry's more Jimin and Yoongi thing for me, even rings wise. I'm trying to remember if he had any fun rings. There were a couple of like red gemstone rings that he had that I really liked. I think he also wore some bluish ones. I don't know, I'll insert some pictures. It's really hard for me to describe them right now, but he certainly pared down the number of rings he's wearing right now, but oh, I used to arrange them in an alternate way. Have I not? Just want to alternate them so that the backs alternate. I alternated these in a different way. Oh well, I did this correctly. I guess I need to fix Jungkook. He goes here. Let me just swap. Yeah, what was I even saying? Rings, yes. Yeah, he used to wear a lot more like chunky jewelry. He doesn't anymore, much to my chagrin. But hopefully when he comes back, that's not where that goes. Hopefully when he comes back, Cartier will put him in some much needed jewelry, rings included. Jin's Fred event or whatever he went to recently, the emerald necklace he's wearing, so good. Like, that's what I wanted from these jewelry ambassadorships. Dior's like really dropping the ball on Jimin. I need them to, not Dior, sorry, Tiffany is really dropping the ball on Jimin. I need them to like get their shit together and put him in some earrings. Stat. Anyway, I'll be back with the monster binder. Okay, I have a singular 22920 card, and I don't want to use a full like page for it, so I'm just gonna put them here for now, and then once I get like Taser or Namjoon's, I'll move it. There we go. Next question, best choreo moments I enjoy. Ooh. Dimple, obviously, great. I think for Fake Love, he is very expressive with his hands. And Tae in general is like, I feel like of all of them, Tae and Jimin are really good at using their hands to express emotion.
Singularity.
Obviously is a great example of that. But Fake Love, he does a little bit of it. Where else? There is this moment in Jump, I'm sure everyone is aware of which one I'm talking about, where he switches up. I don't know if it counts as like choreo, but basically the switch up from him wearing glasses and then throwing them off, basically. That one. Just unforgettable. Next question is from Eddy. I see there's a deep love for Magic Shop. Which Magic Shop performance is your favorite? It has to be the Busan one. And if you're asking me for like a specific song, how could you do this to me? But I think, and this might surprise a lot of you because I have talked so much about Pied Piper and Dimple, like that set. But if I had to choose one for Tae, I would pick Taehyung. I just think he looked amazing and he got to rap his favorite part of the song, and I presume, anyway, he got to rap. And it just, like I said, he took that so seriously. I feel like if there's a cypher V, he's going to be amazing. Not if there's one, there will be one. Tae and I are manifesting it. But yeah, that would be my answer. I mean, close second is obviously that Pied Piper and Dimple performance. Nothing else could beat it except Taehyung. I was gonna be like, nothing could beat it, and then I just realized I told you what could beat it. So I need that version of Taehyung on Spotify stat. I also need them to perform it the next time they go on tour so I can see it with my own two eyes. Biggest regret in life is not being an ARMY and also having somehow the foresight to go see Fifth Muster in Korea. But we'll just have to live with that. I feel like I'm moving through these fairly quickly, which is nice because I don't want to be here for 15 hours and I'm sure you don't either. Next question, also from Eddy. Most days, where does Tae rank in your bias wrecker lineup? Interesting question because it really depends. I feel like Jungkook is always just there, and he's a bias, so I guess it doesn't count. In terms of constant bias wrecker, Yoongi has somehow cemented a position there after D-Day. I am unable to budge him at any given moment of time. Beyond that, they all swap spots. Like, for example, if Look Here is playing or they're performing it, Namjoon, hands down, nothing can beat him. Hobie for Mic Drop, like, please. With Tae, like I said, Fake Love is one of his best performances. Just hands down, that song I feel like is his. So if they ever perform that, I think it would be like hard for me to like see anyone else on stage. My eyes would be very focused on him. What else? That Jump performance, again, like there's, depending on the stage that they're doing, different people are my biases. I can't I am very flighty like that, I'm sorry. In terms of ranking, it's really hard. I don't know. like I said, it's Jungkook bias, Yoongi very firmly second spot, and then they kind of swap around. Most days it's Hobie, but the rest of them get their spot. Like Filter comes on, yeah, Jimin's mine. Sorry. Tony Montana, you know, like there's just, it really depends on what's happening. I will end it there and I'll be back with the merch binder. On the topic of merch, next question from V is, as iconic as our non-coffee loving taste composed coffee collab is, that's a tongue twister, what is a different collab you'd think would suit him? Ooh. Interesting. I mean, the composed coffee collaboration is iconic. They looked at everyone in BTS and were like, that guy, the one that does not like coffee, is our man. I don't know why they didn't go for like Yoongi, the perpetual coffee drinker, or I don't know. I think out of all of them, he's probably the one that was. I don't know if he still drinks caffeine. I know he mentioned at one point that he's reduced his intake. This is why I think my life mirrors Yoongi's a little bit, because me too. I cannot drink coffee anymore, at least not as I would like. Different collab for Tae. I feel like it has to be, I mean, he's already collaborating like with Celine, right? I just think there's something about his like dressing style that needs to be honored more. He is very, like, he loves his like period attire, historical attire. He dresses like he's in 1920s all the time, and I just think that needs to come through. So maybe a different brand would be funny. Not funny. Why do I keep saying funny? Would be nice. My brain cells are still on vacation. Must be nice. They should have taken the rest of me with them. What other from a collaboration perspective? I think he should collaborate with the home goods company. Like interior decoration, primarily food related. I just think his plating is bar none, and that needs to be celebrated. Like, who could forget the squirrel amongst us? No one. That's because it's unbeatable. And I think he needs, like, someone needs to get on that immediately, because what a missed opportunity to not have him designing kitchenware. Maybe him and Jin could collaborate. Jin could do the functional, no, I have two of these. Jin could do the functional kitchen goods thing, and Tae could do like plating and kitchen like decoration and stuff like that. Sometimes my own visions scare me with how good they are. But anyway, now that we're done with it, let me go grab the Photofolio binder, and then finally we can go to the solo chapter stuff. Okay, next question is from V. Again, Tae has iconic style and we've gotten quite a lot of it during chapter 2. Any favorite looks / photo shoots? I think I've raved about this enough. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I have the order correct, because I wanted these in the order that they joined Big Hit in. Hobie, Jin, Jungkook goes here, yeah, okay. I cannot skip talking about the Photofolio. If you're talking about his like best looks for chapter 2, just, he looks like a dream. He looks like Jane Austen wrote all those novels about him, you know? So maybe I'll swap these two. So this for sure. And I really like his styling for Friends. I've quite enjoyed. The shoot with Yeontan for Layover was also really, really cute. Just, I mean, his styling was really cute, but having Yeontan in his arms is unbeatable. Like, whatever is happening here, you know, like, he had some really fun photo shoots for magazines in Chapter 2 era. His own photo books have been stunning. I don't know, I can't pick one, but like if I had to pick like the top 2 or 3, Photofolio would definitely make that list. This photo specifically. And I'll choose the third one when we get to the solo chapter binder, which we are about to, because I feel like I'm gonna run into a photo and I'll be like, this one, that's the one that I love. So let me grab the binder. Okay, the last binder for today. And in terms of looks and styles, I feel like this will be the one where I can answer some of those questions. I'm just trying to see if there's any others that I can double up on questions wise. Yeah, as I go along, I'll point out if any of the looks are specifically like my favorite. But moving on to the next question. Actually, before I do that, the first page that I'm starting off with will be special PC page. So for Layover, I back collected once again, and I wanted to make like one page of special PCs, and I knew exactly which ones I wanted, and I sort of went after them. I don't have, so you will notice a lot of the lucky draws are missing because I only have a single page of lucky draws. The rest of it is, or lucky draws slash special PCs, the rest of it are album PCs. I think these are the Weavers POBs, or like second week benefits or something like that. The Weavers ones anyway. And then I have Korean lucky draws in the middle. I wanted to have each of the album colors represented. I wanted all the puppy PCs in the middle, so I feel like one of these, or a couple of these actually, are album PCs potentially. I think these two. This is the Japan lucky draw. I think this is also a Japan lucky draw, and I wanted like both of these represented from a concept perspective. So yeah, that's how that page was formed. And like I said, the rest of them are album PCs. Next question. Since we are getting the whole group back this year, let's manifest new group music. If Taehyung was in a duo unit for a song on their next OT7 album, what duo slash unit would you want to see, and what kind of song would it be? Ooh. In terms of unit or like duo songs, I feel like I would like to see Tae and Yoongi do a like rap song. I am asking for this more for Tae's benefit than my own. I mean, I would absolutely love it, but I feel like he would love it more than I do. So definitely that. I want a comeback for my 95 liners. Please and thank you. Friends is iconic, but I need another one. I would like a Jungkook and Tae subunit. I just think their voices would sound so amazing together. And I want a Maknae line unit as well. I just think I deserve it. I think we all deserve it, and it needs to happen. I can't believe it hasn't happened already. So there we go. Those are my ideas. In terms of the type of songs, like I said, for Yoongi and Tae, it would be rap song. For I think for Jungkook and Tae, maybe something like an R&B song would be quite fun. For Jimin and Tae, I honestly don't know. I feel like I would love anything that they did together. But I feel like Jimin has enjoyed writing some songs in his for his like solo stuff, so maybe he could write one for them together, or maybe Namjoon writes for the duo. That would be great. Anyway, sorry, I talked through all of it, but I sorted these in terms of their like concepts, I guess, and I had one extra PC which I didn't want to start like a whole new page for, so he's just gonna go here for now. And 4 and 4, and the odd one out in the middle. And that's pretty much the PCs for Layover. I don't have any large-sized inclusion for Layover. Moving on, we are going to go into some of my... Oh, actually, before I do that, I do have a couple of things before we get to these. First up is the vinyl PCs for Layover. Obviously, I did not have the foresight to leave a couple of spots open for Layover, which means I had to adjust, and I didn't want to start a whole new page and collect new PCs. So I'm doing what Eddy taught me to do, which is, this is my birthday present that I am putting to good use, basically. I still have a ways to go in terms of making it perfect, but I feel like it's good enough for now. So I kind of grabbed a photo from the same concept as these two, cut it up, put them in the pockets, and then on the back I did the same thing with one of my favorite photos from Layover in general, and I did want to showcase the backs because they're very pretty. There we go, that's the first one. And then next up, I do have the Friends JPFC lottery. This is the only PC that we got for Friends, and I wanted to showcase it because it's one of my favorites. So yeah, I got a print. This is what I printed out at FedEx. No wonder he was like, that's one good looking guy. But yeah, that's the JPFC lottery PC. Here's the back, another image from Friends as well, and I just thought the colors here went well with the back of the PC. So yeah, hopefully it looks good. I'm still, again, not the best at it, but I am trying. Next up, we have the postcards for Friends, which I have arranged. So they're both on the front and the back, so I pre-arranged them a little bit in terms of which ones went well together. Next question from V. Now that we have buff Tay, do you think BT21 will do a bit with buff Tata? Kind of like Muscle Bunny Cookie. But Tata, obviously. Tata usually has noodle arms, so that would be quite the change. Thoughts? I feel like you already formed your opinion, V, and you're just looking for me to confirm it. But no, I would love a buff Tata. I think there should be an entire storyline on how he got to be that way. Maybe he was protecting his friends, maybe something happened, and you know, that's why he gained some muscles. I just think it would be an excellent storyline, and I would love to see one. I don't personally collect BT21, but I would certainly enjoy. I have one RJ plushie. I couldn't help but get the one with like Wuto on the back. But yes, that's the only one I have. So I wish for it to exist, even if I don't wish to spend money on it. Okay. Then we are actually almost close to the end. Thank you, God. Like I said, I have been filming and editing stuff. I mean, I still have to edit this, but I've been filming and editing stuff pretty non-stop for the past few weeks. I am looking forward to being done with at least the actual like binder set up update filming and to go about making minor edits. I feel like I'm not going to be able to do like too much in terms of prettying up my binder for the flip through. But we can certainly still film one, right? So here it is. I feel like the color scheme for this one was pretty similar. I tried to keep it more monochrome on the first page, and then the second one is more the bluish shades. Like there's these colors I feel like are kind of similar, kept like browns here, and then the more bluish greenish tones on this page, and then these are different greens, I guess. I don't know, I feel like these three obviously went together. This one was a struggle to arrange, and this is basically their other colorful photos and the odd one out. I don't know, so there we go. Next up, I have most of the tickets from the like exhibit for type 1. I don't have all of them, which goes well with my next question, which is favorite V type ticket from the art exhibition, and this one is from Eddy. I do not have these pages fused, by the way. I will do it later. I think, unfortunately, I think my favorite from the tickets is one that I don't actually own. It's the Taipei one, which I haven't not been able to get my hands on. If I do, that will complete my collection for the tickets, because I got the Japan ones and I got the Seoul ones. And I think these are the Japan ones. If it has to be one I already own, this one. That's my favorite. Just look at it. Why would it not be? And then annoyingly, the US one is actually a different size, so. And this Eddy got me when she went to the exhibit, so thank you very much, Eddy. Appreciate it, as always. So that one's gonna go here because it's just a different size compared to the rest of them. I mean, obviously this is amazing, but I really like that like red hearts one. I also love, oh, maybe it's not here. Maybe this one and then the red one, I think, are my favorites of the ones that I own. Self-explanatory on this one. And in the red one, he looks so cute. How could I not? There we go. I have to be a little careful with the fusing for this because one of them is a different size and I want to make sure that's represented. So this is what it's gonna look like when I flip it, because like I said, I am missing a PC ticket, and until I get it, this is how it's going to look. There you go. And then lastly, the inclusions from the actual photo book itself. This is the first one, and I did some shenanigans. Oh, this is definitely upside down. Hold on. Okay, I'm saying there were some shenanigans on the display of this because there are like different sizes of inclusions, and I wanted to make sure they were all displayed well. Let me just put them away and then I will explain. So this is how I chose to display it. Obviously the postcard comes with it. There was this envelope that some of the stuff was in, and this what is it, triptych? I don't know what to call it, but I put that in a sleeve and I taped it on to like a bit of washi tape and put it on the sleeved holder, whatever this is called. I like that his signature is speaking through. This was the other postcard, very easy, and then there were some stickers which I displayed here. And then there was this like tiny, I don't know what to call it, this, it's like a Polaroid, a sticker, I don't know. And then there was this, so I just put it on the back. We also had a bookmark which I included here. I just feel like visually it goes well together this way. There you go. It says something here. Oh, it says, I still wonder, a beautiful story. Very sweet. I debated putting these in the merch binder, but since these are chapter 2 related, I figured they could go here. Anyway, let me do a flip through and then we will end this update. Okay, here's the flip through.
자꾸 이런 건지 내 옆에 딴 사람 괜찮니 야천으로 천천히 make you feel better yeah make it forever 괜찮단 말.
There we go. I will maybe end it on my pride and joy this page. I hope you enjoyed that video. It is a long time coming and I'm glad I have all of the tape pieces I have right now anyway in their respective homes. Very exciting. And yeah, one more video after this for BTS and then we'll be doing the binder flip through. Yeah, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great week and I will see you all next week, hopefully. Bye.